Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drishti and I am a tarot card reader, numerologist and a Akashic record reader. Now today I'm here to check why did you go through that heartbreak and to understand how you can actually release those patterns from your life. So if you're somebody who's still stuck on something and if you're somebody who can resonate with this, I would recommend you to go ahead and watch this reading. Now to begin, first pick a pile. So the first pile we have is this and the second pile is this. So the first pile is green aventurine and the second pile is the rose quartz. So all you have to do is pick the crystal that you feel called toward. The timestamps will be linked below. Hi, pile number one. So this is your card that you selected. Now you selected a green aventurine, which is associated with the heart chakra and helps in healing emotions and sort of helps you balance your heart chakra. So if you were called to this, I do feel like you might be in need of using this crystal, but let's see as we move forward, we'll understand more. So the first card here we have is this. Now this is basically an overall energy check, and here we have got Chamber of Violet Flame, Karmic Release, Radical Transformation. So I feel like somewhere this is sort of talking about maybe like karma. I would say like there is a lot of transformation that could have taken place with the situation. Like let's say I'm getting here karmic release, radical transformation. If I look at the image, there is like fires and everything. So this sort of reminds me of the tarot card which is known as the uh, tower. And I feel like somewhere in the tower also you see there is a lightning and everybody is falling off, right? And they are sort of going through a transformation. Something was not right. So I feel like that is the sort of energy that this card is also giving me. But we'll come back to this card later once we have looked through all of these cards and understand this in a deeper manner. But right off the bat, I would say it sort of tells me that, there is some sort of a karmic release happening and there is some sort of a transformation that was meant to take place with this situation. So whatever it is that, happened and, challenged you emotionally or, in any sense in your life, I would say that this was for a reason for you to learn some sort of a lesson. So yeah, that is the first thing that I do get here. Now let's see why you went through that heartbreak. So now the three cards that I'm removing is going to be all about why you went through it. So here the first card I have is the King of Cups. Okay, the next card I have is, okay, the Six of Cups. And the last card here is the Page of Cups. Wow, all of the cups energies are here. Trust me guys, I have shuffled this card but still I've got all of cups here. So I feel like here first of, when cups come up in a reading, cups is all about emotions. It is all about love, it is all about artistic energy, creative energy. So there is a very strong chance either you guys, whoever is taking a reading right now, like whoever is watching this reading, could be like a water sign, or maybe they are intuitive, or they are very emotional kind of people. So that is something that I can say. So water signs could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, any of it, or you could just be like very emotional, very intuitive. So if any of this resonates with you, then this reading is a definite one for you only. Now we'll understand why these cards have come up and what it is indicating. Now I'm asking, like, why did you went through this? Like, why did you go through this heartbreak or this setback in your life? I feel like this is more about emotions. This is not actually a a setback, but it's more like a heartbreak that you may have went through. So the King of Cups here is sort of telling me that there was like a detachment. Like I feel like the situation. Okay, let me see. Okay, so with this card I feel like somewhere there was the situation which made you very emotionally detached. Maybe intuitively I'm getting some of you may have detached from people around you, or you may have just left that particular situation for years. I don't know why, but I keep on getting like you might have dropped becoming more emotionally attached with other people, maybe after the setback or the heartbreak. But this is the outcome that I do feel. But I feel like when I look at this card with why it happened, it feels like it is because either you were too trusting, you were too giving, You were too empathetic, and it's not a bad thing, it's never a bad thing to be all of this, but it's bad when you don't really look after yourself. And I feel like you were somebody who was not looking after yourself. You were somebody who was not paying attention to your own needs, and you were doing everything for other people. Like, you look at this cat, he is just eating, he is fending for himself. And this person, maybe, like, you can also interpret it as like maybe this cat is taking these fishes for the king as well. Again, it's not bad to care about other people, but it's not good either when you are the only one putting efforts, right? So I feel like that could have been your energy, and this is one of the reasons that I am getting. But there could be many, so this is the first reason that I do get. Now, second card, the second card is the Six of Cups, and even with this, I feel like somewhere it is telling me maybe this was this again, like, this giving energy, always giving, and not worrying about what you will get. Like, again, see the cat, it's similar, they're already same. Let me see if it is here as well. Yeah, it's here, but the color has changed, right? Okay, so there is obviously a story forming here. Okay, so even with the Six of Cups, I feel like, you were always giving, right? You were never getting it back. You were always waiting for something to happen. You were always there, maybe supporting this person or this situation. You would be there for, I don't know why, but I feel like this. If you were in a relationship and that is what you're checking about, like that heartbreak, or you were into somebody and it didn't work out, I feel like it was very much one sided only. Like, one person doing everything and the other person only enjoying it. I don't know why, but I get that energy like very clearly over here. And I feel like somewhere the universe wanted you to stop it. The universe wanted you to just take care of yourself and not be the one who is giving everything all the time, right? It is not right. I mean, if you are somebody, who cares about other people, who is very empathetic, I feel like that is not the right way to go about things, like to do everything and not get anything back. Even sometimes it is also said that when you love somebody, you should not be expecting too much, and that is also right. I mean, I do agree, but it is not right to forget yourself, and I feel like that is something that did happen. Like, you forgot yourself in the process. Now, the next card is the Page of Cups, and even here you see this person painting, always, doing his thing. In all of these things, you'll see one thing is very common. The cat is, sort of alone and like asking for attention, and these people, in the main people in the picture, are sort of doing their own thing. Now, looking at that and looking at this card also, I feel like somewhere again, like, this person is doing his thing. The Page of Cups is, at a lot of times it talks about good news and everything. So I feel like this is the outcome that may have come out of all of this. Like, maybe here you see the cat is nearby, but here it is far away, right? So maybe you can say even the color has changed, and because of that also you can say that this person, decided to walk away. Like, you decided to walk away, you decided to not pay a lot of attention to this particular situation and focus on yourself. So all in all, if I look at the card so far, I feel like somewhere it is giving me a picture that you were a giver, be it your relationship, be it your work, be it your projects, whatever it is that you were doing, you were always the giver. You were always doing everything and you were not getting anything back. If that is something that really resonates with you, and then I do feel like, you had to learn how to be more stronger, learn how to be more capable and believe in yourself. I also intuitively get that somewhere some of you may have had um I think confidence issues, like you may have been a people pleaser. If you were that person and you're not that person anymore, then I do feel like this is your reading. And another thing I also feel like here is that the confidence issues were there, like maybe relying on other people too much, or believing in other people, trusting other people, knowing that they would do everything for you, like, they will stand up for you. And I feel like they have let you down a lot. And I think again that is why, you have gone through that heartbreak, and that is why you are the person you are today, and you know your worth. I feel like somewhere you are learning to know your worth, and maybe you're not there yet, maybe you're not completely in that zone, but you are still learning. So that is something that I'm getting. Like, there's a lot that you still want and you're still waiting for it, and I feel like a lot of you, if this was your heartbreak, you're still single. So I do see that as well over here. So yeah, that's what I get. Like, I feel like it was just a lesson. It was a karma, but like it was a karmic lesson. And more than karma, I feel like this has a lot to do with learning how to love yourself. Sometimes, I mean, this is not a term, but like I'm just saying this, like sometimes when you don't do things for yourself, you get karma for it. Like, you are not treating yourself well, so how long can you go on like that? Things have to change at some level, right? So the universe intervenes then and takes care of it. So that is the first thing that I get right off the bat. Now I have checked with these three cards. Let me just pull them out. Okay, so these three cards here are now all about how you can overcome the situation, what you can learn from it, how you can overcome the situation, how you can make sure that this doesn't happen to you again. Now, the reason I'm asking this question is because also, a lot of times we learn the lesson, but we still go through the similar situation. So let's understand what is here for us. We have got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, then we have got the High Priestess. Okay, that is great. Then we have got the Hermit. Wow. Okay. Very spiritual energy, I must say. Okay, so the first card here is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, see, with this card again, I get a lot of practical energy. So, that's why I said, there's so much emotion that was there. Like, you were so emotional, you were so caring, right? And when you got over it, I feel like, I mean, when you got out of that situation also, you may have become very practical, and you would have stopped caring about other people. I mean, that is something that I do get. So with the Seven of Pentacles, I do feel like you have become very practical, very very clear headed about what you want in life. And I mean, I feel like you have set your boundaries also, and if you have not done that yet, I do feel like you'll be doing that. So I feel like if you have not done that, I feel like this is also something that you should be doing, all right. So you need to set your boundaries, you need to be very practical about the situation. If you want to come out of it, you need to leave your emotions behind, and you need to focus only and only on your practicality. um on Sometimes it is okay to to be selfish, right? So you need to remember that it is okay. It is okay to be selfish, it is okay to be um strong, it is okay to be where you are, and it's okay if you say no, right? That is something that you need to remember. Now with the High Priestess also, I feel like somewhere, you need to embody this energy, like, this mysterious energy. Somewhere intuitively I'm hearing that, you may have been that person where um you would go and tell everybody to everyone just because you were happy. um Even that may have not served you well, because I do feel like maybe, you did say it to everybody, but maybe they were not very excited about it, they were not very interested in it, or maybe they didn't give a damn about it, or it was just that they were putting evil eyes. But I don't see any evil eyes. I feel like the less caring energy may have been there, because again, it's all about emotions, right? You were hurt because of your emotions. So I feel like somewhere you need to embody this energy of being more secretive, being more secluded, being in yourself. Not like you have to be alone, but don't open up until there is the right person, there is this right person in front of you. Because if you do that, then you will continue to lose out on things that are actually good, which actually matter. So this is something that I also get here with this card. Now next thing here is the Hermit. Okay, again, the Hermit and the High Priestess, they both give me this vibe again of being secluded, being by yourself, being alone, being looking within yourself, I would say. But at the same time, like, knowing where you need to go. Like, I feel like somewhere, if you have not really come out of it, I do feel like you're going through this dark night of the soul, and you're learning your lessons, you're growing from there. And with these two cards, also, I feel like somewhere you're just meant to grow. You're just meant to leave things behind and grow from it and go forward. So I do feel like, right now it's the right time for you to be alone. Don't, fall into any sort of any, I would say, like, don't be with anybody. Let things come to you, let people come to you, because I'm pretty sure whatever it is that you're going through right now, it's all going to be over. And even if you have come out of it, I do feel like you just need to embody this energy, like, be a High Priestess, like, secretive, feminine, be intuitive. As I said, you all are very, very intuitive, right? So even the High Priestess is an indicator of intuition, and all the cups here, it all gives a vibe that your intuition is quite strong. So your intuition will tell you what is the right thing and what is not the right thing, and you must listen to it. So I think that is how you can actually come out of this, and that is how you can actually even prevent yourself from, falling into such situations. So this is the message that I get for you. I feel like here it is really important to remember that no matter what has happened, and no matter how many times it happens in your life again, learn the lessons, carry them with you, and learn that, learn from it and grow from it. That is something that I would like to say. So yeah, that's something that I do get. Now the next thing I'm looking at here is the self-care message. Now, what self-care you need to do, and this is the last message from this reading for you. So we have got soak in bath. Wow. See, again, so many spiritual things. Soak in bath, all the candles and everything. Just again, the moon, guys. I mean, I am not making it up. Everything is right in front of you, and you guys are meant to be, focusing on yourself. See the crystals. Maybe you are really meant to use this crystal, but even if not, if you even if you are a worker who works with crystal, I feel like you need to keep them close. If it is your emotions, keep them close. Heal your emotions, balance yourself out. Super important. And soak yourself in bath. I feel like soak in a bath, I would say put some salt water, do some meditation, light some candles, take that bath, release all the toxicity from your aura, and let go of anything that holds you back. Whenever you feel low, I think you should be doing this. This is the right method to feel better, and I feel like this is what will help you um, go forward, and be more stable, more calmer in the future as well. So that is something that I've got, like soak yourself in a bath, and I feel like all of it, like it just makes sense. And I feel like some of you may even be healers now. Like you may be a tarot card reader, maybe you are somebody who is getting interested in this field, you know it's all because you were meant to go through this. So now when we look at this particular image, it again brings us back to the same thing, the violet flame. Now here also, if you see, the cards is all bringing us back to karmic release and radical transformation. And this card, usually talks about, the violet flame is a spiritual retreat space that holds a powerful energy of transformation and transmutation. It can be visited in the meditation and invoked through prayer and affirmation. Spiritually, it is seen within a chamber, often as a giant roaring flame, and sometimes with silver and gold shining through the violet. When we connect the violet flame, we are being given the opportunity to detach from lower vibrational experiences and turn darkness into light. Wow. So, again, like, as I said, this is sort of helping you release a lot of things from your life. And I feel like you're meant to release yourself from all of these situations that were there. Your angels, your guides are by your side. They're helping you transform from this energy and move into a much more calmer state. And for some reason, I feel like a lot of you have still not healed from this. So I just would say, like, take your time, heal from this, get better, and let the universe take your hand and guide you forward. Thank you, pile number one. I hope you heal yourself and be in a better position a few months from now. Hi, pile number two. So you chose this rose quartz, and we are looking at your reading. Now, rose quartz is associated with heart chakra, is known to attract love, is known to do self healing, like, any emotional healing that you need can be done through this crystal. Now, today, I think you have chosen this crystal because you may be attracted to it. But anyway, let's get into the reading and understand more about it. So the first card here is the overall energy, and here we have got Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, Conscious Manifesting. Wow. Okay. Um, with this card, I feel like somewhere, it is talking about everything that is maybe planned by divine. It's like a cosmic ordering. This is the cosmic order of things to happen. um, the divine is sort of intervening. I feel like the divine intervened in the situation and sort of made you go through this setback. Like, this is something that I get right off the bat. And I've got conscious manifesting. So even here, I feel like, the angels, or even like, God, like, they sort of put you in this situation because you were meant to deal with this, to you were meant to learn a lot of things from this. So that is why I feel like this has happened. Now here I've got conscious manifesting. So with this, I don't know why, but intuitively I'm getting like, sometimes we know something is not right for us, we don't accept it, and then we let God handle it. We surrender, we just say that, this is not it, like I don't know, but I don't feel like this is it, and you let God handle it, or you just keep on consciously telling yourself that this is not the right thing, this is not meant for me, and you manifest it consciously. So I feel like this is what has exactly happened in your situation. But let's see more and we'll understand more, and we'll come back to this card in the end. Okay, now these three cards here are going to talk about why you went through this heartbreak, what happened, why did you go through it, what was the lesson, all about that. So now here, the first card is the High Priestess. Okay, the next card is the Magician. Oh my god. Again, guys, wow. Conscious manifesting, the Magician, amazing. Next is the Empress. Beautiful energies, all of them are major arcana, so severe spiritual lessons were given to you. You were meant to learn these lessons, you were meant to grow from these lessons, and that's something that I get like overall when I look at these three cards. Now we'll understand each card one by one. So the first card here is High Priestess. Now the High Priestess, sort of tells me that the reason why you went through this is maybe because, I mean, with the High Priestess, again, we get the caring energy. We get somebody who's very spiritual, maybe somebody who's very feminine, very caring, very loving, very accepting, but at the same time, very mysterious. So, for some reason, I'm feeling like this has a lot to do with the fact that things were right in front of you, but maybe you were not accepting it, you were not letting your guard up, and you were just going with it, with whatever it was. I feel like you were just going with it, and you were not ready to listen to your surrounding. Maybe you were given signs, but you maybe were not opening up to it, and maybe you were believing that no, someday it will work out, and somewhere it didn't. Like, even though you were manifesting, but consciously, you were manifesting this person, or maybe like this situation to work out. Maybe this situation that could have been in your career, maybe could have been in your love life, anywhere you were manifesting it, it didn't work out, and you were consciously manifesting it, but subconsciously you just knew that maybe this was not the right thing to do. So I do feel like that is something that could have happened here, like you were not noticing it. So the next thing here is the Magician, and again, the Magician is all about, manifestation. I feel like you are somebody who's very capable, okay, like no doubt about that. Like, I feel you are somebody who can actually achieve whatever they put their heart to. You are somebody who can, do everything that, she desires or he desires. Like you are somebody who knows, what is the right thing to do and how you need to do it. But I feel like somewhere you, even though you knew, like, I don't know why, but again I get the energies of the sun. Like, I'm channeling this message that somewhere it was like you are the sun, you know everything, nothing is hidden from you, yet you chose to um not listen to your intuition, not listen to what was being told to you. So something like that I'm getting, like that is one of the reasons why you have gone through this, and somewhere these two cards are also connecting a lot. Like, they're telling me somewhere that you knew, but you were not really ready to pay attention. Like, it was just your heart was on fire. Like, you knew that this is something that you were passionate about, but you knew that it was bound to not work out. So something of that sort I do get here, and I feel like it's all about manifestation, right? Maybe you were manifesting things, but you were not manifesting it in the right state of mind. Maybe you were manifesting from a phase of lack, and it made you not really, be in the right state and in the right place to get those desires, right? So that is something that could have happened, and maybe unknowingly or unwantingly you were subconsciously manifesting something better for yourself. I saw just 555 while filming this, so I think that is a confirmation, and 555 is the indicator of healing, change, and I just saw that. So I think that was important here. Even if you look at the sequence of the card, 1 2 3, that's crazy, right? All of it is sort of taking us towards this synchronicity. It's like divine intervention. The divine is passing on this message to you guys. It is truly very strong. Like, I feel like a lot of times, we come into a situation where we know that this is not the right thing, or maybe this is not the right person, but we don't listen to other people, and we don't listen to our own gut instinct. And I feel like that is what is majorly happened. Now with the Empress also, I feel like again a lot of emperor, a lot of feminine energy, a lot of loving energy, a lot of caring energy. I feel like this is you. Like you were somebody who has always been like this. The feminine energy is very, very much on fire. Like, the Empress, the High Priestess, all of it. Like too much feminine influence. Maybe like you are a female only, or maybe you are somebody who has a very strong feminine side. And feminine side doesn't always have to belong to a girl only. It can be for of a boy. But in those cases, it is said that when it the boy will be very emotionally attached, very emotionally connected to people. And I think that would have been the case here for you guys. So if you were a male, I feel like you were a very caring person, you were a very giving kind of a person, you cared a lot about other people. And again, this is a heartbreak message, right? Like, why did you go through it? So I think it's not emotions, but it's more of being a strong person, a strong personality, and still, going through certain things like these, and like knowing but just believing the best. I would say, like, you knew but you were just believing, and you were hoping for the best. So I think that is what happened, and I feel like somewhere you didn't lose yourself in the process. You knew yourself, and I think you handled yourself also really well when this happened. Like, you may have just said that it's okay if this is not working out, it is fine. I mean, I'm not going to go behind this person, I deserve the best. So some of you may have done that, but some of you, I do feel like, um let go, but like we're still waiting. And I feel like a lot of you may have taken a lot of time to be in the situation, because all of them are major arcanas. I feel like it could have been yours at end, like before you actually decided that it was time to move on, or before you actually got your closure. I feel like for a lot of you, you didn't get closure right away. So even that is something that I am definitely getting here. So I think this is why you went through it. Like, it was divine intervention. It was just time for it to end. It was just time for things to just come into the right space, into the right timing. And I think like the divine wanted you to take that next step, and I feel like this would have been a stepping stone for something. Like, if this didn't work out, I'm pretty sure your perception may have changed after that. I'm pretty sure that you may have pursued something very different after that. And it just makes sense, right? You were being given this sign, and you were being taken on to the next level. So that is exactly what I am getting here. Now let's look at how you can overcome this if you're still in this particular space, and you know how you can avoid getting into the situation again. So now we have the 5 of cups. Okay. uh wow, again, Father of Wands. Okay. And 10 of Wands. Wow, very fiery energy, a lot of anger, I would say. I feel like a lot of you have still not moved on from this. A lot of you still are holding it within yourself. I mean, you may physically and mentally be in a different place now, but if you this happened a lot of, like, I feel like it has been a lot of years since this incident may have happened for a lot of you. And even though so many years have passed, I feel like you're not still able to get over it. Like, you may move on, you may have moved on, you may be in a better place or a different place in your life right now, but still somewhere your cords are still connected with this person, this situation. And I feel like you really need to go through a very severe healing in order to release that. So by healing, I mean to say that consciously you need to cut your ties with this person, like energetically. This is, I don't think you guys may even be in contact, or even if you have the number, I don't think you guys talk. I don't know why, but this is again, something like that, where you are in touch with that thing, you are still dreaming about it. Maybe not dreaming about it, but like wondering what it could have been if you just got that right. Because the 5 of cups, when we get this card, now let's talk about each card. So the 5 of cups always talks about somebody who's looking at the past, who's looking at something that has not worked out. He's not focusing on what he has, but he's focusing more on what he doesn't have. So again, number 5, 555, I think this is an indicator a lot of you have not moved on yet, and this is a sign that you need to move forward. You need to start looking at what you have, and you need to cut your ties with this particular thing, because this is not going to serve you guys. So seriously, you need to like let it go. I know it's not going to be easy. I mean, it's not going to be something that you can do right away, but you will have to try. So that is something that I get. Now with the Father of Wands also, I feel like you need to be more ambitious, you need to put more efforts into yourself, you need to put more love into yourself. Like, you need to do things for yourself, you need to be more energetic, maybe like a lot of things. Maybe for some of you, I feel like, I don't know why, but I'm getting this also, that some of you have cut a lot of things off after this situation. You may have changed yourself, you may have changed the way you behave, the way you deal with certain situations, and it has made you cut off from a lot of things in your life also. Like, maybe, you're not doing the things that you used to. So I feel like you need to continue and you need to go back into that track. And even if you feel like you're not that person anymore, maybe find other things that, make you happy. I feel like you don't need to be so fiery, you don't have to be so protective of yourself. You can let your guard down a little and you can move forward. So even that is something that I'm getting. And with the 10 of wands, you don't need to carry the burden. So I feel like you're too burdened by it, you're too um as I said, you may have moved on, you may be in a better place, but I don't know why, but I feel like you're carrying this burden on yourself, like burden, or maybe you're thinking, or maybe when you're seeing this reading, I don't know why, but I'm getting a lot of you might be just thinking about this particular situation, or you may have been getting those flashbacks, and there is a possibility that it is happening because you're still carrying that burden, you're still connected, your cords are still connected, and you need to let them go. You need to let that cord go, you need to cut it off, you need to move forward. And again, it's not as simple as just moving forward, finding better things, but it's more like cutting it off energetically. Now again, I would not recommend you to go through any cord cutting things, but I would say rather look within yourself, heal this pattern, heal this situation internally. Like, love yourself a little more, I would say. Like, all in all, I feel like you need to love yourself, you need to give yourself that space, you need to appreciate yourself. I feel like a lot of you still beat yourself up because you were not able to come out of this situation on time. Like, even though you knew that things were not right and you were still going through it, you were still letting it happen to you. You knew it was wrong, but you still did it, and the divine wanted to intervene. And I feel like maybe this was this thing, like maybe if it was a career choice, I feel like this was something that you truly were passionate about. If this was a love interest, I feel like this was so intense, it was so strong, that you you felt that there was nothing better out there. You knew what love was like. I feel like this was your the idea that you had with this person may have been of a true love. So I think that is why, today also, some of you may not be it may not be easy for you to move forward. And maybe you have better people, better things, better job, whatever it is, but still you're stuck and thinking what it could have been. So I don't see a lot of you have moved on. I do feel like a lot of you need to work on this, and I feel like this entire pile actually, they have not moved on yet, and they need to do a lot of healing. So that is what would be recommended. I would actually link some meditations down below in the description for you guys. So you can sort of do that meditation to heal yourself, to balance yourself a little bit. And let's see, we'll understand more when we see this card as well. So this is the last card of the reading, and this is all about the self-care that you need to follow. So let's see what this has, and maybe with that also we can understand how you can heal yourself. Okay. Wow. So you have ground yourself, as I said, balancing, um coming back to earth, balance your energies, balance your life, balance yourself. Practice grounding, put your energies back into the earth and let it rejuvenate you, let it heal you, let it bring you make you stronger, let it bring the best out of you. I think that is super needed here. Like, you need to ground yourself completely, you need to be like very protective, very loving of yourself, very caring of yourself. Like, give yourself credit, it's okay. Like, even if you're blaming yourself for anything that may have happened in the situation, it is okay. Let it go, let it back into the earth, and let the earth heal you. I feel like that is something that is super important. So I think I'll be listing some grounding meditations for you guys that you can do, because I think it's going to be very helpful for you all. And I feel like work on your root chakra and your heart chakra as well. That is something that I do get here. Now it all brings us back to this. Now it makes more sense, right? Like, when we look at this card, it sort of makes sense now that this was all about conscious manifesting, divine alchemy. Like, I mean, it just feels like everything happened for a reason. Whatever you went through happened for a reason. this has made you a better person. So I think you should reflect on how far you have come after this situation and where you're headed now, because I feel like, everything is going to fall in the right place for you and everything will be all right. You just need to believe in yourself and believe in the divine, because I feel like you have a great support from divine. And divine is always looking after you, your guides, the universe, everyone is looking after you, and they will never let anything wrong happen to you again. So I think just accept that, just be grateful for that, and you know just express your happiness that you are not in that situation anymore and you are in a better place, and leading a better life. I feel like a lot of you may have changed a lot of things about yourself after this situation. So this was meant to happen because you were meant to change, I guess. So yeah, that's your reading. I hope you guys resonated with this, and yeah, let me know how you felt, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.